All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Hakodash. Double honors to apostles with great millstone and salutations to elect, which we hope to be. It's your brother Khawaja. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame and looking like heathens, who spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world only calls Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world only calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christ of Yeshua. I got a quick lesson. Any other preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. So Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And pretty much I was watching, uh, some individuals and stuff that I watch for entertainment. And I guess it was like some guys and stuff where, because every now and then and stuff, they do the little, to prove that ghosts are real and, different videos like that and whatnot and stuff, which they're just demons. You know what I'm saying? A ghost is an entity and stuff that stands upon the earth and whatnot, but we know, according to Ecclesiastes 12 7, saying that the flesh, anybody who dies, the flesh goes back to the earth. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what it's called, but the earth goes, the flesh goes back to the earth, but when it comes down to the spirit and stuff, it goes back uh, uh, into heaven, which I believe in this chapter, it's going to prove something furthermore, right? So, anyways, um, so they do the little ghost videos, the ghost investigations. They do all of those different things, right? And the thing is that they was going into. I think this was the same. I never seen the movie The Conjuring. I never seen that before, but I never seen the movie The Conjuring before. But I think it was pretty much like two guys and whatnot and stuff, and they was pretty much gonna stay down there, stay in the house and stuff for a week, right? Stood there and stood there at the house and stuff for a week and whatnot, right? So this was just the first episode and stuff, and it was an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, you know, uh, uh, you know, asked these professionals and whatnot and stuff, and these professionals, what they was able to do, uh, when it came down to these professionals and whatnot and stuff, they knew how to conjure up spirits, and pretty much all they was really being is a medium. You know what I'm saying, for spirits and stuff to contact through them. You know what I'm saying? They also had like, further in the video and stuff, like a little toy and stuff that they used just to prove and stuff that it was real. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, they could have set up anything in the crib and whatnot. So they was going to different areas, what I'm saying, to prove to the audience. And I think you had to wear the headphones to really hear it. You know what I'm saying? To prove to people who was watching and whatnot that this wasn't no setup. This was like real, like it was really, really real going on. You know what I'm saying, right? And that happened for some people and stuff who sit up here and think that that's fake, paranoid activity and whatnot and stuff. Well, guess what? It ain't fake. It's actually quite real. Real. It's actually quite real. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is creator of all things. And it tells you that in Isaiah 45:7, I believe. Or yeah, Isaiah 45, where the Lord says that he creates both the good and evil. You see? And the Lord is a balanced power. So Yahweh Shai is a balanced power. You know what I'm saying? So with that being the case and stuff, guess what? You're gonna have like people sit up there and say ghost and whatnot and stuff, and ghosts tend to supposed to haunt people. You know what I'm saying? Right? Well, those are angels. Those are angels. You see, right? Angels with an occupation and whatnot to do those different things. You got angels of death as well. You know what I'm saying? And a regular righteous angel and stuff got all types of power and stuff to be able to do all different things. You know what I'm saying? But usually they're there and stuff for protection, and they're there for protection, and they're also there for uh uh you know well shoot, and or deliverance. You know what I'm saying, right? Right. when Satan's job and stuff and his legion of demons and stuff is the complete opposite. So pretty much you know uh, you know to prove that the angels of the demons and stuff was there. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had and the angels and stuff always come in the form of men. You see, right? And it's several different scriptures and stuff, right? Like when Abraham was visited and stuff by three men, the one man and stuff that he bowed down to and stuff was Yahweh Shai, but the two other men were angels. You know what I'm saying? You know, when it came down to the mother of Yahweh Shai, I'm just quoting a few. When it come down to the mother of Yahweh Shai, Mary, she uh, when it comes down to the angel that she ran into, you know what I'm saying? He had a terrible face and stuff, but she explained him to be as a man, or the scriptures explain how the angel and stuff was a man with a sword. You see, right? That was no female. But anyways, um, so in the short clip or in the video and stuff, right? Pretty much what was going on was that you had these two people. They was holding each other hands. You know what I'm saying? They was doing different examples and stuff, how people would hear, like, different people and stuff who came through there and stuff, that like different parts of the house and stuff, you know what I'm saying, was scarier than before. You know what I'm saying? They even also there was actually also an exposure of them hearing some sounds and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that was even outside. So then when they came back inside and stuff, that it showed that it showed that um, it showed that uh, uh, bear with me. It showed like it pretty much it showed well, it's like, yeah, I forgot where I was at, but they was in the house and whatnot and stuff, and bear with me. You had this these two females and whatnot and stuff, and then it's like two professionals and whatnot. So they over here holding each other arms. You know what I'm saying? And the lights was flickering, so it was like, maybe it's electronic problems. You know what I'm saying? But then when they asked for a demand, you know what I'm saying, when they demanded and stuff to prove, you know what I'm saying, to prove your existence and stuff, like when they asked for it or demanded for it and stuff, it actually happened and stuff, and the lights was flickering. You see, the lights started to flicker. So it's like, you know what, this ain't no coincidence. You see, right? So it ain't no coincidence. So then, uh, long story short, then they said that it felt like footsteps. You know what I'm saying? And then they can feel the vibration and stuff of something stepping down or even coming across their feet. They also they was pretty much going through the alphabet and whatnot. And when they would go through the alphabet, pretty much what would be said when they go through the alphabet and stuff, pretty much what would be said is that you'll have they'll stop at a certain letter and whatnot and stuff. And the thing is that this guy's grandmother, saying her nickname and stuff was spelled out with her last name and stuff. And there's only a few people in his family and stuff who calls his grandmother that passed away by that nickname. You see. Then you also had the other guy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He said, I guess they just friends or pals. And pretty much he was going into the how. Well, pretty much what happened was is that pretty much what happened was that uh, uh, pretty much what happened was is that he did his little ancestry thing and whatnot, and his great grandfather, his great great grandfather and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, the names was brought up. The names was brought up. Uh, uh, the names of his great grandfather, his great grandparents and stuff, and grandparents and stuff. Their names was brought up. You know what I'm saying? Even certain names and stuff that sound similar to common other names. The thing is that the way that those names were spelled and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It was like ain't no way for them to know. Then, they do uh they do streams and whatnot and stuff, right? With their little ghosty thing and whatnot, right? So they do streams. Their editor or producer or whatever and stuff, right? They pretty much peered his information out and stuff because he didn't want it shared. But it was like he was pretty much making a point where it's like, I stay behind the scenes all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I just edit your videos. But when it come down, it's like, I just edit your videos. But when it come down to the family members and stuff that was brought up, the man was shook because it was like it ain't no way in hell that these people and stuff, you know, holding hands, standing in a room, what I'm saying, should be able to know my family history and stuff without sharing it with them. You see? And I think the way that they had it and stuff is that, like, one of the ladies, what I'm saying, they just book the staying at that house. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, that knew. It's like it. It's like it. So the thing is that the angels knew. You know what I'm saying, right? So I want to bring out a story that's similar. So this is 1 Samuel 28 and 1. It says, and it came to pass in those days that the Philistines gathered their armies together for warfare. It says to fight with Israel. And Achish, it said unto David, it says, know thou assuredly that thou shalt go out with me to battle, thou and thy men. It says, and David said to Achish, it says, surely thou shalt know what thy servant can do. And Achish said to David, therefore will I make thee a keeper of my head. It says forever. Verse 3, it says, now Samuel was dead, right? And Samuel was a prophet. You see, he was higher than King Saul, you know what I'm saying? Right? So it says, verse 3, it says, now Samuel was dead. It says, and all Israel had lamented him. It says, and buried him in Ramah. It says, even his own city. It says, and Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and wizards out of the land and stuff, right? Because King Saul and stuff was still ruling. So pretty much what happened was that, those who look for like divine intervention and whatnot, you got the tarot cards, you got the people who that use the cards and stuff, niggas that read your palms and whatnot and stuff, right? Uh, uh, Even using the human thumb, what I'm saying, on the left hand side, what I'm saying, the human thumb will be a crystal ball, what I'm saying, but they'll use it on the left hand and not the right hand, you see, because remember, anything that's out here and stuff can be used for a righteous reason or for a wicked reason, because the Lord is about balance, so He created the two, right? So you got fortune telling, you know what I'm saying, those that's not prophetic and whatnot and stuff, right? Left hand, right? So it says 1 Samuel 28 and 4. It says, and the Philistines gathered themselves together and came and pitched in Shunem. It says, and Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. It says, and when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid in his heart greatly trembled. It says, and when Saul inquired of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, the Lord answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim. It says, nor by prophets. Because this is after King Saul and stuff draw the last straw. You see? And the Lord wasn't dealing with him no more because he feared the people more than he feared the Lord. You see? Right? Because the Lord had told him that you had to kill King Agag, you know what I'm saying, which was an Edomite. He had to kill him, and you know what I'm saying, and also kill all the animals and stuff as well. But you had a lot of Israelites, they sitting up here like, hey, shoot, let's take yeah, a lot of Israelites and stuff, they over there like, no, let's shit, this is shit, we can't just let this go to waste. You know what I'm saying? We can't just let this go to waste and stuff. So they was trying to take it, you know what I'm saying, and knowing the Edomites, you know what I'm saying, shoot, the train. You know what I'm saying? When people sit up here, it's like, oh, we gonna train females and whatnot and stuff. And I'm not talking about train as in teach them. You know what I'm saying? It's two guys and one dude. I mean, it's like two guys and one female. You see, no homosexuality. When it comes down to Rome, there's a picture, an old picture and stuff where you have a goat because a goat and a sheep genitalia and stuff look just like a female's genitalia, a female human's genitalia. So so the genitalia and stuff, it looked the same. It's just that the creature is different, right? So you get a picture and stuff where you have a guy sliding into this goat, you know what I'm saying, right? And then uh, uh, sliding into this goat and stuff sexually. You know what I'm saying? And then you have another guy and stuff behind this Edomite and stuff ramming him. And that's the actual train. Because when you think about a train, in order for the cars and stuff to be connected, there has to be a socket. You know what I'm saying? You see? It has to be a socket or an opening. You know what I'm saying? And something to insert and stuff so it can lock in. You see? Right? So it's pretty, that's pretty much what it, right? But anyways, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, So when it comes down to it and stuff, that's pretty much how it is. You know what I'm saying? Right? And this is by speaking as a man, speculation. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that's how Edomites get down and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they kiss their dogs in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Tongue touching tongue and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that they like to drink out of the tub, or not the tub, but out of the toilet. You see? Drinking out of the toilet. Drinking out of the toilet and whatnot and stuff, and they kiss their dogs and whatnot and stuff. They just a little bit too affectionate with their animals, with their pets, right? So it's like this. So it's like this. So it's like this. Um, it's like who knows what they could have been doing and stuff because you know uh, uh, even though both human beings and certain mammals and stuff are the same. They're still mammals. The thing is that it's two different species, so therefore it can't deal. Right? So I wouldn't be surprised and stuff if the Edomites and stuff most definitely knew about that and stuff, and was like, oh, I could just get it on and stuff because you also have wicked ass Jakes who own farms and whatnot, and then you got Edomites and stuff who own farms, and they be getting it in with the animals. You see, they be getting it in with the animals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess they can't transfer, diseases. You know what I'm saying? Or they can't get impregnated and stuff because the seed is not the same. You see, what the scripture says in 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter, all the flesh is not all flesh is the same. You see, right? But not to go too far, you know, the Lord didn't want that. The Lord didn't want Agag to be alive. He said, slay everybody and whatnot, including King Agag and stuff. He slew all the other Edomites and whatnot and everybody else in that land. But the thing is that he saved Agag the king, and he wasn't supposed to do that. So then you also had uh, uh, all the animals and whatnot and stuff, and they kept it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they can use it for sacrifices and stuff, or to eat them. And the thing is that the Lord's like, nah, you kill all that. You see, right? Right? Right. So it's you know, uh, uh, King Saul was pretty much like, hey, you know, you know, let me go to Samuel, have Samuel stuff help me and stuff to get forgiveness and whatnot and stuff. And Samuel was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You drove the last straw. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? So this back in First Samuel 28 and verse 4 again. So it says, and the Philistines gathered themselves together, and came and pitched in Shunem. It says, and Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. And it says, and when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid and trembled. And it says, and his heart greatly trembled. It says, and when Saul inquired of the Lord answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim. It says, nor by prophets. So he couldn't get no answer because the Lord wasn't fucking with him. Verse 7. It said, and that's why it says in Second Samuel, you know, saying yeah, I think in Second Samuel, the 15th chapter and stuff, it says to obey is better than sacrifice. You know what I'm saying, right? So this is verse 7. It says, then said Saul unto his servants, seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty much a witch. And the thing is that King Saul had banished him and stuff out of the land, out of his kingdom. And it says, and his servants said to him, behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor. It says, verse 8, it says, and Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment, and he went, and two men with him, and they came to the woman by night, and he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring him up, whom I shall name unto thee. Right? And it says, verse 9, because even in the video that I was making mention earlier and stuff, so lock it for being so long. The thing is that they had a bunch of Ouija boards in there. You know what I'm saying? Ouija boards, whatever the fuck you call this stuff. It starts with an O. You know what I'm saying? You know, the thing with the little triangle thing with all the letters and numbers on there. You know what I'm saying? The shit's supposed to move on its own. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? And that's satanic. You see, that's left hand. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? Satanists, a lot of Satanists and stuff, they get into that. You see? And even certain witches and warlocks and whatnot and stuff. A warlock would be a male witch, and they use those different things. They use mediums, you know what I'm saying? They use, dolls and hair and all that shit and stuff. They do all that stuff. Shit. It used to be a store, and in one of the, it used to be a store in Rogers Park. You know what I'm saying? You know where it used to be a store in Rogers Park, and pretty much what happened was that they sold rabbit's foot. They had books and stuff with Baphomet on it. You know what I'm saying? The 5 point star upside down and stuff. And we already know that's for satanic reasons. You know what I'm saying? You know, and a brother in one of the posts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, when they come down to the wicked elites, they do use the Hebrew now. What's usually noticed what's usually noticed, uh, what's usually noticed is that no, so like for well what's usually noticed, what I'm saying, is that what they use is that they use the Hebrew and stuff, but they use it in Syrian. But the thing is that their reasoning, or what they use the Hebrew for and stuff, is to conjure up wicked demons. You see, well, wicked demons, to conjure up demons. You see, you know, they do it for a whole nother reason and stuff. They don't keep the ancient race, because when it comes down to Edomites are Hebrews, but they're not Israelites. You see, there's a lot of heathens today and stuff who are actually Hebrews, but they're not Israelites. You see, and the thing is that they still use the Hebrew when it comes down to these wicked elites. They use like the Illuminati and whatnot. What I'm saying, and high level celebrities. They use the Syrian Hebrew, what I'm saying, for the wickedness and stuff, and do those sacrifices that's onto wickedness. You see, right? That's what they do. So this is that's what they was using and whatnot and stuff, right? So just to let people know and stuff, let you Israelites know, you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who outward appearances that of a heathen, what I'm saying, guess what? All this is real. What I'm saying, right? So this is verse 9. It says, verse 9, it says, and the woman said unto him, behold, thou knowest what Saul have done, how he had cut off those that have familiar spirits and the wizards. It says, out of the land. It says, wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life to cause me to die? It says, and Saul swear to her by the Lord, saying, as the Lord liveth, uh, uh, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. And it says, verse 11, it says, then said the woman, whom shall I bring up unto thee? It says, and he said, bring me up Samuel. So it probably ain't, like you see it in certain movies and whatnot and stuff. What was that movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg and whatnot? You know what I'm saying, right? When she was used as a medium and whatnot and stuff, just so the guy who died and stuff can talk to his girlfriend and stuff, right? Who was looking for answers. You know what I'm saying? Had them kissing each other and stuff. Even though it's an old ass movie, it was some wicked ass shit and stuff that they was trying to bring forth. Yeah, it was some wicked ass shit that they was trying to bring forth. Yeah. Right. So you know, so it probably ain't just you seeing a female and stuff, and her eyes is rolling in the back of her head and whatnot and stuff, and you just see the white part. You see just the white part and whatnot and stuff. You just see the white part and whatnot and stuff. They over there doing some weird ass motions and whatnot and stuff. You see, nah, that's possession. That's possession and whatnot and stuff. You see, being possessed by more likely a demon, right? So you know, it probably wasn't going on like that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But just speaking as a man, right? So this is verse uh, 11. It says, then said the woman, whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, bring me up Samuel. Bring me up Samuel. It says, and when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul. It says, and the king said unto her, be not afraid, for what sawest thou? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth, because that's exactly what happens. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says in the book of Job, I want to say it's 14 and 14, but it ain't. I don't think it is. Uh, uh, bear with me. Just, just an addition, because it's also going to go into something else as well. I think it's Job 14 and 14. Bear with me right quick. Uh, bear with me. This is Job 3 and 17. So this is Job 3 and 17. It says, there the wicked cease from troubling. It says, there the wicked cease from troubling. It says, and there the weary be at rest. It says, there the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor. It says, the small and the great are there. It says, and the servant is free from his master. Yeah, that probably ain't it. But it's description and stuff that goes into the fact that uh, um, that when it comes down to both the godly and the ungodly, you know what I'm saying? They both have rest and whatnot and stuff. You see, and it's just a point that's being made and stuff because the thing is that King Saul. Remember the scriptures talk about how the house of David and stuff. And the house of David shall wax stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul shall wax weaker and weaker. And those are Israelites in different sections. You know what I'm saying? The house of David stuff refers to the elect, the 144,000 stuff, the one third, you know what I'm saying? And then the innumerable multitude and stuff that's scattered to the four corners of the earth, as it says in Revelation 7 and 9. You know what I'm saying? Right? Who are going to get saved on the first go round and stuff, or they're going to be written in the book of life, even if they do have to be a martyr for this truth, right? For believing in this truth, the true doctrine, 100% truth. You know what I'm saying? Right? And 100% truth is correct doctrine. You see, because the scriptures do talk about having the same penny. But if somebody and stuff been in the truth longer or shorter than you and stuff, you still gonna get paid the same reward. And what is that? Salvation if you part of the elect. You see. But it's two sections and stuff, and the House of Saul is referring to the two thirds, which are only going to be found in North America and stuff, right? But then you also have a whole bunch of Israelites and stuff that's outside North America and stuff who are fucking rebellious and who are going to be rebellious all the way until the Lord returns, meaning Yahushua, the second coming. You see, right, right, and there's a point that I want to make and stuff. You see, so this is First Samuel chapter 28 and verse 12 again. It says, and when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice, and the woman spake to Saul, saying, why hast thou deceived me? It says, for thou art Saul. It says, and the king said unto her, be not afraid, for what sawest thou? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth. It says, ascending out of the earth, you see, right? Going back to that Ecclesiastes 12:7, you can look it up for yourself. Verse 14, it says, "And he said unto her, What form is he of? And she said, An old man cometh up. It says, And he is covered with a mantle. It says, And Saul perceived that it was Samuel, and he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself. It says, And Samuel said to Saul, Why hast thou disquieted me? You know what I'm saying? You know, because when you in heaven, you at peace. When you're in the spirit world and stuff, you at peace. Like that. So it says, to bring me up. It says, and Saul answered, I am sore distressed. It said, for the Philistines make war against me, and the Most High is departed from me, and answers me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do. Right? Because the king, because King Saul was king of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And when it come down to the kings of Israel, before they made moves and stuff, especially when it come down to war, they will always inquire of a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Because a prophet will be higher than a king. You know what I'm saying? You know. Now King David was a king and a prophet. King David was a king and a prophet and whatnot, so that's a little bit different. But the thing is that if you was just a regular king and your position was not a prophet or a seer or evangelist or apostle, you know what I'm saying, or a judge, well, I wouldn't say necessarily a judge and stuff, because a king will be in a judge seat. But if you're not a prophet, you know what I'm saying, I'll just keep it that way. If you're not a prophet, pretty much what will happen is that a king will inquire of a prophet and stuff to see if the move to make against, especially in war and stuff, will be legit to execute or not. You know what I'm saying, to either go to war or to abstain from it. You see, right? So this is First Samuel 28 and 16 again. It says, Then says Samuel, it says, Wherefore then do yeah, 16. It says, Then said Samuel, Wherefore then dost thou ask of me, seeing the Lord is departed from thee, and is become thy enemy? It says, And the Lord have done to him as he spake by me, for the Lord have rent the kingdom out of thy hand. It says, And give it to thy neighbor, even to David. It says, Because thou obeyest not the voice of the Lord, nor executed his fierce wrath upon Amalek, right? The chief tribe and stuff, the head tribe and stuff of all Edomites. It says, Therefore have the Lord done this thing unto thee this day. It says, Moreover, the Lord will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines, meaning they was going to lose. It says, And tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. Right now, remember now, you had Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan wasn't wicked. Bear with me. When it come down to Jonathan, Jonathan wasn't wicked. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Jonathan and David, before he became king and stuff, they had a relationship and stuff that was stronger, you know what I'm saying, or more affectionate and stuff. Not no homo shit, not no homosexual shit and stuff, right? But they were closer than a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying, right? They was closer to that. You see, and I want to say that there was a son. There was a son and stuff that King Saul had and stuff that David had promised. You know what I'm saying, a blessing and stuff, and he happened to be handicapped and whatnot and stuff. I wanted to say he was in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying, right? Right. But it says that his sons, certain of his sons and stuff died in the war and stuff, the ones that was able to go to war. You know what I'm saying? But look, Samuel was wicked. Scripture said that the scripture just said and stuff that the Lord had pronounced King Saul and stuff to be to be the Lord's enemy. You know what I'm saying, right? So let's read this again. Verse 17, it says, And the Lord had done to him as he spake by me, for the Lord had rent the kingdom out of thy hand and given it to thy neighbor, even to David. It says, Because thou obeyest not the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, it says, Nor executed his fierce wrath upon Amalek, the Edomites, therefore have the Lord done this thing unto thee this day. Right? It's like it. I'm going to read verse 16. I'm going to jump back down to 19. It says, Then said Samuel,
Wherefore then doest thou ask of me, seeing the Lord is departed from thee and is become thy enemy? So he telling that to Saul. Saul was an Israelite. I mean, Saul is an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. But the thing is that he was wicked, right? Right? So it says, verse 19. It says, moreover, the Lord will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines. It says, and tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me, right? But we know Samuel is a righteous Israelite. So why in the world? This also to combat against individuals who try to believe that you're gonna that if you're wicked you go to a place called hell and stuff and you burn forever. You know what I'm saying? No, or you burn forever and stuff. There's no such thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it says, so how is Israel, how is a wicked Israelite going to be in the same place as a righteous Israelite? You see, right? The righteous stuff go to heaven, but according to the world's philosophy and whatnot and stuff, or Greek mythology and stuff, you go to hell if you wicked, right? So how could they be in the same place? So this is 1 Samuel 28 and 19 again. It says, moreover, the Lord will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines. It says, and tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. The Lord also shall deliver the host of Israel into the hand of the Philistines. Host is another word for army. And it says, then Saul fell straightway all along on the earth and was so afraid because of the words of Samuel, and there was no strength in him. It said, for he had eaten no bread all the day nor all the night. It says, and the woman came unto Saul and saw that he was sore troubled, and said unto him, behold, thy handmaid have obeyed thy voice, and have put my life in my hand. It says, and have hearkened unto thy words which thou spakest unto me. Now therefore I pray thee, hearken thou also unto the voice of thy handmaid, and let me set a morsel of bread before thee, and eat, that thou mayest have strength when thou goest on thy way. Well, I just finished out. It says, but he refused and said, I will not eat. But his servants together with the woman compelled him, and he hearkened unto their voice. So he arose from the earth and sat upon the bed. And the woman had a fat calf in the house, and she hasted and killed it, and took flour, it says, and kneaded it, and did bake unleavened bread thereof. It says, and she brought it before Saul and before his servants, and they did eat. Then they rose up and went away that night. So, you know, so when it comes down to it, when it comes down to it, uh, uh, when it comes down to it and stuff, the conjure up of demons and stuff is legit. You know what I'm saying? Well, demons, you know what I'm saying? Because like when you cast curses and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? If the Lord accepts that prayer, you know what I'm saying? If he accepts that prayer and whatnot and stuff, right? That wishing of death upon somebody and stuff, the thing is that a demon, he either possess a certain vessel and stuff to be a spirit of vengeance, or the demon does it itself. You see? When it come down to final destination and stuff, those are demons that was unhooking and loosening this and loosening that and stuff, so those people can get killed in the movie. You see, a lot of this shit and stuff is going to most definitely happen. You know, what I'm saying, within these last days and stuff. You know, what I'm saying, especially it gets closer and stuff to the return of Yahweh Shai cracking them clouds, right? So I want to grab this. This is Wisdom of Solomon. Um, bear with me. Wisdom of Solomon 17, I think. Yep. So this is now this was during the time of Egypt, when that spirit of vengeance and stuff went through Egypt and stuff and was taking all the firstborn. That was actually Yahweh Shai. And all the Israelites and stuff had the lamb's blood and stuff on the doorposts and stuff during the beginning sessions of the Passover, right? So this is Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 1. In the Apocrypha it said, for great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. You see, it said, for when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, and the prisoners of darkness, and fettered, meaning bond, chains with the bonds of a long night, laid there exiled from the eternal providence. It says, for while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness. It says, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. Right? So we're gonna get that word apparitions. This word in the Merriam Webster dictionary. It says an unusual or unexpected sight, phenomenon, a ghostly figure. So like it. It says the act of becoming visible, appearance. In other words, an angel, a celestial being. You see, it says spirit, right? Spirit or sprite. I think a sprite would be this ain't the pop. Nah, that's different. A celestial being, pretty much. You see, right? A celestial being. So these strange apparitions and stuff, guess what? They're going to appear, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to Jacob's trouble. They're gonna appear. You know, some people like that movie called Constantine and stuff with Keanu Reeves. You know what I'm saying? The guy who played Neo and stuff from the Matrix. The thing is that, you know, when he played in that movie Constantine and whatnot and stuff, you had demons and stuff showing themselves in people's bodies, taking control of people's bodies and whatnot and stuff, and then also manifesting themselves and stuff in people's dreams, and then also in real life. And that's exactly what's going to happen and stuff, especially in Jacob's trouble. You see, it's gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's gonna get real horrible and whatnot and stuff. And it ain't finna be a movie. You know what I'm saying? You know, the scriptures also talk about, matter of fact, this verse 4. There was also there was also there was a TV show and stuff on Netflix, and it was called Black Mirror, and it was one where this guy's house and stuff was haunted. You know what I'm saying? And towards the end, you know, he kept hearing noises and stuff in his crib. And it was something that was coming down the stairs real fast and stuff. And it was like, doom, 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 doom. Like it was something heavy and large coming real fast and whatnot down the stairs and stuff. And then something just appeared out of nowhere and stuff as it hit the corner. Even though you ain't see nothing stuff come downstairs. You see? It was it was a jump scare for me. But anyways, when I watched it and stuff, because it was a big screen TV and stuff, and it was dark in the house. So, you know, it caught me off guard and stuff. But that too, strange apparitions. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? You got sleep paralysis, which is done by a demon. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you wake up and stuff, and for some reason you can't move out of your bed, you might see different handprints and whatnot and stuff on your on your neck and your arms and stuff. You look like Indian burn, but at the same time nobody rubs you and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, might wake up and stuff with scratches and stuff on your belly and whatnot and stuff, and it's real blood there. You see? You know, you really got a gash in your flesh. You know what I'm saying? You know, a sharp one, long one too. Look like some beast and stuff scratched your ass. You see? You know, feeling like you can't breathe and whatnot and stuff. So you got to call upon the Lord's name, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and stuff, even though you can't say it or open your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You know, or matter of fact, what was that in Matrix, the first one, right? Remember how the agents and stuff apprehended Neo? You know what I'm saying? They put that bug in him, you know what I'm saying? And his mouth was stuff was closing. Hey, demons can do that shit too. Because they have the power and stuff to manipulate the mind. You know what I'm saying? They're celestial beings and stuff. So guess what? They have control over the flesh. When we sit up here and say spiritual powers and whatnot and stuff, it's the same power and stuff that the celestial beings and stuff have. It's exactly what the celestial beings have and whatnot and stuff because they are all spirit. You know what I'm saying? They're not in these bodies of flesh. You know what I'm saying? You know, even though they can appear that way and stuff. If you read the book Tobit, you know what I'm saying? When you have Raphael on the archangel and stuff, the thing is that they don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Angels don't eat, nor do they have sex. They don't have fleshly desires. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, when it came down to the archangel Raphael, pretty much what he did when he was with Tobias and stuff is that he put an illusion upon him to make it look like he was eating when the whole time he wasn't. And this is the power that they have over the flesh. You see, right? Right? And then also we also know when it come down to the book of Job, how Satan stuff, how power over the elements and stuff to cause fire come down from heaven. You see, right? So guess what? It's going to be a lot of horrific. I don't know, is it horrific or heroic? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of things and stuff when where it come down to deliverance, and then those and stuff who's not going to be delivered. You see, you know what I'm saying? Meaning that there's going to be, you know, crazy final destination type destruction and stuff that's going on here. And if I don't know if you remember, but this is kind of brought, kind of remind me of it. You had, I think it was a 73-year-old woman and stuff, and she was driving, and she was going to, I get wherever she was going. It's an old article, you know what I'm saying? And one of those signs and stuff that hang over and stuff, right, fell on her ass and stuff on the driveway, you know what I'm saying? And then she was dead. This was also years ago since I'm speaking on it, since it sparked my memory. The thing is that you know, you had a guy and stuff who was driving on a highway and whatnot, and you know those gigantic tires and whatnot that they use in construction with the CAT construction and whatnot, those big ass tires and whatnot. For some however way and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know that they pin that down and stuff where it's like the only thing that you see on the 18 wheeler and stuff that's carrying it. You know what I'm saying, right? So they pinned it down and stuff with those strong ass wires and whatnot for some sort of reason stuff that tire got loose and stuff and landed on the passengers no yeah it landed on the driver's seat and stuff when a guy and stuff was going on a driving on an exit ramp and whatnot and stuff, and guess what, that tire just came out of nowhere. Those are demons doing that. And guess what, it's going to be more shit and stuff like that and stuff that's going to happen in the end. You see, you know. So this is Wisdom of Solomon 17:4. It says, "For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear." It says, "But noises as of waters falling down, sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenance and stuff." So imagine seeing someone with a terrible face. You know what I'm saying? You know, it don't have to be nothing like Two Face or nothing like that and stuff, like some bitch fart and stuff from eating out the groceries. Nah. The thing is that it could be something terrible. You know what I'm saying? Remember in the movie Batman, I want to say The Dark Knight Rises or something like that, whichever one. This is the one before Joker where he had to go against his own teacher, but he had I forget old dude's name, but he had, I think his name was called Scarecrow, and he had that mask on and stuff, but he played with hallucinogens and whatnot. And when Batman was flying over the city and stuff, you know what I'm saying, everybody looked at Batman as being a real demon and stuff, and you had that black liquid that was flowing out of his mouth and stuff, and he looked like a creature and it looked like no mask. You know what I'm saying? You know, well, guess what? A lot of that shit is gonna happen. You see? So this is so this was from Psalm 17:5. It says, now it says, "No power or the fire might give them light." It says, "Neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten the horrible night." It says, "Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful." It said, For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not." So it's gonna be fucking crazy out here, man. It's gonna be crazy as hell. And I'm gonna read this last one. It says, "As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaulting and wisdom was reproved with disgrace." You know what I'm saying? And they showed you that in the King of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? You know, when Ramsey and stuff was the new pharaoh, and Moses and stuff was sitting up there saying, "Let my people go" and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? When you see the cartoon, when you see the cartoon, and whatnot and stuff, pretty much what happened was that they was trying to come up with their different illusions and tricks and whatnot and stuff, but the power that was granted onto Moses and stuff always over trumped them. You see, especially with the king cobra and stuff, and they had the two snakes and stuff, and the king cobra devoured both of those other snakes. You see, and it was his staff and stuff that was the snake and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff finna come to pass. All that's finna happen again and stuff. We're finna see it. You know what I'm saying? I hit uh, uh, you could get paranoid activity and stuff. And what happens and stuff, you're gonna have there's this one video and stuff where this lady and stuff, she's just sitting in this room full of chairs and tables, and it's black and white, no sound. One of the chairs move and stuff, and she looked, so she gets spooked out and whatnot and stuff, trying to pay attention. Next thing you know, another chair and stuff move and whatnot and stuff, because she's trying to run towards and she kind of back up and whatnot and stuff, right? Because she saw the chairs move and stuff, and she's the only one in the room. Next thing you know and stuff, she backs up to one of the edges of the table and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's aligned with the edges of the wall and whatnot, and try to make a run for the door. And then all the furniture and stuff comes in front of the door and stuff to make sure she don't fucking leave. A lot of that shit finna happen, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen and stuff onto you wicked ass Israelites and stuff. Cause like the brother said, I'm a one Gabar, Jacob Shovel is really for the 2/3. You see, you know, and the thing is that the elect are gonna escape. You know what I'm saying? Whoever they may be, whoever the fuck they look like, Salakia, whoever they look like. You see, you know, you know, right? No matter what the odds are and stuff, or how the people look at them. You see, the thing is that guess what? They're gonna be delivered. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be delivered and whatnot and stuff, and they're going to be able to handle, the different sites and the different demons and stuff that appear, and know how to combat against them as well. Why? Because we already have practice right now when the rest of Israel don't have no practice at all. And guess what? They're going to get hit with the full level of demons being able to do whatever it is that they want to do that come to mind. You see, think about a lot of these Israelites and stuff a lot of these Israelites and stuff who don't want to get right, or think they have all the time, or they're going to think that they're going to establish their own righteousness and the Lord's going to accept that. Well, guess what? They're not preparing themselves. You see, they're not preparing themselves. And you have, think about it like this: when they come down to King Ahab, what happened to King Ahab himself when he didn't want to listen? Why it was simultaneously happening and whatnot and stuff. When he didn't want to take heed and stuff to one of the prophets and stuff that he was abusing and whatnot, because he didn't hear what he wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? The Lord was like, who gonna persuade King Ahab? The Lord was like, who's gonna persuade King Ahab and stuff, and the way I imagine it and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, you know, when you was thirsty as hell and stuff, to be the one picked and stuff, so you can get the answer and stuff. You know what I'm saying? To write the answer on the board, or write the problem out and stuff on the board when you was little and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is when math was really really fun, right? And to the point, you raising your hand high as hell, you standing up and stuff on your tippy toes and stuff, raising your hand stuff to the point and stuff, you ready to get in the chair and on the desk and stuff, just so you could be the highest one, so you can get picked and whatnot. Imagine them demons and stuff just thinking about different ways and stuff and trying to fuck you up because you wasted your fucking time. You see, you know. So this is just quick lesson and stuff. All this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, Hawar Hakodash, double honors to apostles of great millstone, and salutations to elect, which we hope to be. Shalom wa Baba Ba Kwam Yashral. And once again, within that story of 1 Samuel 28 and stuff, it also proves that guess what? Nobody's going to hell. Hell does not exist. And actually, okay, I say it like this: hell does exist. You living in it. You see? Scriptures, what's that old saying? It says one man's heaven is another man's hell. Well, guess what? This current rulership is the heaven of Esau, Edom, and the heathens. You know what I'm saying? This is the time of the Gentiles. This is their heaven. You know what I'm saying? And for us Israelites and stuff, this is our hell. And as it says in Proverbs the 29th chapter, it says when the wicked are when the wicked are in authority and stuff, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority and stuff, the people rejoice. And we're not going